What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. We can argue the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Till the cows come home. Oh, Winda, the self-protecting floodgate is the problem card, or this ban list really needs to save Yu-Gi-Oh! And set up future product for this format. But Team APS has a hit series called Larry in the Hole, and with Larry in the Hole, they open $40 of sealed product at different locations, retailers, I think they've done locals, and they busted open trying to say, oh, well, we can get out of the hole here with X sealed hit, or usually we end up going minus this much. But at Walmart today, for them and for many different customers, and then over at Target, you've seen limit 2 per customer to try to direct this issue. The statement is, attention trading cards vendor, not the guy offering 20% on your cards at locals. These vendors are the people actually stocking Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon on the shelves. The trading card categories have been removed from the sales floor, and sales of these items have been suspended due to inappropriate customer behavior and increased demand. Please do not stock these items until further direction of management has been given. Question and comments can be directed to the management team. So let's break 2 of these things down. Inappropriate customer behavior. This can definitely range from people trying to scan one pack and walk out with the entire display, aka the stealing discount, or people going in the bathroom, opening up the packs, restuffing them, trying to put them on the shelves, and having the cops called on them at Walmart. And also people jostling once the shelves are actually stocked, people trying to scoop it out from each other, and that goes along with the increased demand. All too often, this is the serious scene at a Target. Card resellers trying to be discreet while waiting in the store. I saw 3 guys at Target just like this in the TCG section. Pokemon completely empty is no new scene at this point, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Down to just structured X a lot of the time. Heck, even Blazing Dumpster Fire is empty on the shelves at my local Walmart, Barnes & Noble, all sorts of places. People are scooping whatever they can off to try to diversify their portfolio on cards. You have no idea how many people have actually messaged my channel going, well, I'm into Magic, or I'm into Pokemon, I'm into sports cards, I'm looking to diversify my portfolio, meaning they want different investments to try to keep their money safe so that not all their eggs are in one basket. When they truly don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh! I give the most general non-answer, even though I'm incentivized with my channel for them to use code the What's Good 5 for 5% off to support the channel. I just go, oh, you might want to think about this or that, give the most general non-answer. But you see them seriously get pointed certain ways, such as first edition LOB, aka base set first ed for Pokemon, would translate to that for them. Or Dark Revelations 4 getting 4 crazy buyouts all within 1 month of people just skyrocketing those prices. That's why it's happening. People coming in and spending blind money. Now, behavior that doesn't get rewarded usually doesn't get repeated. But if they started last year with Eternity Code, Rise of the Duelist, Battles of Legend, Toon Chaos, they're making bank on the seal they might have actually gotten. And if they busted it open, they could have got mega lucky and continued in. But a lot of the pseudo vendors ended up getting out between Blazing Vortex, aka Blazing Dumpster Fire, Genesis Low Impact, just so many bad sets in a row for vending that they would have got hard punished. And I know a lot of people that used to order 20 to 40 cases kind of got out of the game on those 2, where these are below retail / the usual of people trying to offer $60 booster boxes. You can still get them cheaper today despite being out after months on end. With this notice, though, I have one major concern. I think that the Walmart / Target shelves is a huge gateway for kids to get into the game right now. We do not have an anime for Yu-Gi-Oh! That's continuing into the US. As I understand it, you actually have the networks like Nickelodeon finding Yu-Gi-Oh! Toxic viewership bad, and you have it on a free app called Pluto TV now for the Reigns dub, and I don't know if they're even going to end up finishing that. With like those networks not wanting to pick up Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a sad era in the US, and how are we gonna get new people in? Ah yes, little Timmy Tommy Turner tugging on mommy's, not some Fairly Odd Parents little skirt and going, hey, I want the cards, and there's no Pokemon because of the hype there. Ah, now there's no Yu-Gi-Oh! To get them in either, and Magic looks like an adult's game. I'm not gonna get my kid the Magic. So that gateway into a card game isn't really there anymore, and I would actually say that's probably 20% of our new foot traffic into Yu-Gi-Oh! I know I'm pulling that statistic out of my A, but I sincerely do think it is a large portion of new blood into the game, considering the typical response to me telling somebody that I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber is, oh, that's still a thing? I didn't know people played Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I remember it from my childhood, and that's why you grossly see on newer products the DM era everywhere. Now, one thing I do try to do with my channel, I know that Market Man Bad, you're also part of the problem. I actually tried to bring as many sponsors in and up their amount of orders for you guys on sealed products / also singles, and all my sponsors tend to do something different. Gamer's Choice has brought exceptional prices on sealed $170 cases of Megatins. That's 12 Megatins. You can use code WhatsGood5 for 5% off now. The problem with early ordering is, even though we know the sets inside, we don't know exacts. You are still rolling the dice and gambling that a product will turn out successful to buy it early, which is why you get those discounts. YBM and Big 3 Deals are great places to also get sealed, and I know that these two plan to integrate singles, YBM and Gamer's Choice, eventually into their website, hoping for more long-term singles instead of just pre-sales only. You have Tier 0 and Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, not only for sealed, especially international with Tier 0, but pre-sales internationally on singles, and then pre-sales for Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily. I know I'm race card out to the point where it's a meme, but I try to present all these places so that you have in-stock Yu-Gi-Oh! At pretty decent prices for what it is, in order to present the opportunity for people to go, okay, I like this sealed product, just like I liked Legendary Duelist 6, or I liked last year's Megatins, and if I had sat on them, I would have done well. Well, I didn't like the launch of last year's Megatins. I actually personally thought that it was pretty bad to open, but it turned out having a chase card planted inside would do well for it long term. I don't like that model from Konami, but we're getting off topic at this point. Usually I'm pretty spot on with how sealed products going to go, and whether you should be getting the singles out of it, or whether you should be actually sitting on it sealed and weighing those options and gambles on products. But here you see that overall arching major gateway into, okay, I got this, where can I play a tournament? Where's locals? And that foot traffic into locals as well will be choking out and disappearing. People might have that initial reaction of, oh good, now locals will get more support. Well, now locals might also have their shelves empty, having trouble actually providing. I've heard of empty local shelves on a lot of products lately too, and then also on top of it, the foot traffic of people wandering in from having, gotten these things and wondering where else they can go. They're going to lose that over time, and the repeated behavior that is not getting rewarded, the people who will be getting out of the game, they're going to disappear over time. From that, definitely the community as a whole. This is not a good look. I do hope things get better. I'm surprised at this point that Walmart hasn't put their trading cards behind a glass shelf and have to, open it up in order to supply you with the cards in order to prevent not only theft, but also maybe enforce some limits like Target is. I really think that they need a better alternative solution to what is happening here, but it's bad on so many levels of getting people into the games, getting foot traffic into locals. And by the way, whenever I do post stuff like this, people will go, well, you should support your locals. Absolutely. There's multiple ways to do that. Versus the savings on products, you could then spend your money at your locals on some of their highest profit for them items, or on top of it, you could go support your good locals and you don't have to buy from these stores if your locals is able to stock. This is more for people who end up wanting to go ahead and get X amount of product in, and then you can still spend your money at locals. Shocker. But I try best in order to provide the community with this, and I'm not going to act like some saint, by the way. I'm incentivized to provide these deals, to get them to up their amount of quantities of their sealed products and get you to buy them. Whenever you use my code WhatsGood5, I get a % of that sale as well. A very tiny %, but a % nonetheless. So when it comes down to it, I have an incentive to help all these shops and get them to up this, to on another line of thought, you still have the product early in order to get those deals, unless you're then getting into pre-sales and trying to tell what card is good. Anyways, what do you guys think of the overall arching problem facing major retailers? What do you think it's going to lead to within our communities? Because this doesn't only affect Yu-Gi-Oh! It also affects Magic and Pokemon. I want to hear your thoughts and where you would end up going if you're Walmart for the solution. I think it's having to put them behind a glass wall, unfortunately, but that's just me. Thank you for watching today's video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversation and kind of this more look into what's diving in at the very base level, because that is the base level of our community. People just randomly, casually buying packs there. I would say that's a large portion of Yu-Gi-Oh! Consumption for the casual person into Yu-Gi-Oh!